Hi, everyone. Mike White here. Welcome to this week's vlog post. We know we're less than 3 weeks away from the beginning of 2023, and many of us are putting the final touches on loans that are closing this year. Uh, in the last few days of 2022, many before we get to Christmas will be celebrating their first Christmas in their new homes, as well as all the people that we've closed in 2022 that are celebrating their first Christmas in their new homes. It's a very exciting time. And to me, there's never a better time in the mortgage industry than this time of year. We can all be grateful for all the vast opportunities that we've had to serve our customers and our communities, to be able to reach out and help others fulfill their dreams of home ownership that might not otherwise have been possible if they didn't find a knowledgeable, caring professional uh, to help them get the things in order for them to move forward, help present their options, how to help them plan uh, and know what to look for and guide them through the process, all the way to the promised land of home ownership. I can't think of a feeling I love more than, being able to facilitate all of those things before these people have met you. They were hopeful that they may be able to do something. And when the process is over, they're proud homeowners, and you've helped secure for them not only a piece of the American dream, but a large portion of their financial future and their way of life. And I wouldn't be, uh, you know, right. It wouldn't be correct for me to move forward without discussing the topic of today, just because, in speaking with many of my clients and the companies that I work with, and many of them are involved in all sorts of charitable works, especially this time of year. And I really want to congratulate people. I know this year for some in the mortgage industry has been very challenging. Certainly, there's been a lot going on. Changes in rates, changes in the market, and the economy has certainly, taken our industry by storm this year. And we're closing out 2022 certainly far differently than we started the year. But many of you have remembered that this time of the year, that there is an obligation for us to pay it forward. That this holiday season, it isn't likely that there are people out there who are homeowners or are on the path to home ownership or have any place at all to call their home, whether they own it or they rent it. And I think this industry is one of those industries where the people that I've been blessed to work with and to spend time with over these near 40 years of service is the fact that they recognize that we are, benefit of a great opportunity to help others and to do well for ourselves and our families. And that now that we recognize that there are people out there struggling, this holiday season, and they're struggling either, just to put food on the table and keep the lights on and keep the house warm. And they're doing all that they can given the circumstances, and they're challenged that their children, may not have the holiday that they had hoped for. And I think, and that they lose sight of the things that there are the ability to celebrate this time of year. So to all the originators and managers and company owners that I have helped over the years, I am so proud to see, just looking at social media and talking to you guys, how many of you are working hard to help those in need and by lending a hand. I'm so proud to see, working with local food pantries and shelters, and seeing, the people out there serving the community, not necessarily just writing a check, although the check never hurts to do that, but people physically going out there and doing the job of serving people. And again, from soup kitchens to shelters, I'm proud of the fact that people have taken time to raise enormous sums of money and to put the effort forward and give of themselves and their companies and even company-wide efforts to raise tons of food for food pantries and thousands of toys for children. The individual efforts are far and wide, and many of you that I've spoke to or I've commented with on social media, where I couldn't be prouder of our industry than those who have stepped up this time of the year and realized that, you know, this year, the end of this year, has been a struggle for many people, and the challenges in the mortgage industry pale in comparison to what other people are going through and will continue to go through. And the fact that they're stepping up and they're doing the work, they're rolling up their sleeves and helping out, provide. I think I couldn't find words to be any prouder of those that have remembered that we have been blessed in this industry. We will continue to be blessed in our industry. Even a bad year in mortgage and real estate is better for most than in many other areas. And, you know, having lived through, you know, double-digit interest rates for a significant part of my career, you realize people still buy houses, people still refinance. Even now, we're still seeing, you know, purchases and refinances and people coming back to the market and ironically being happy to see rates in the sixes as opposed to being in the sevens and being excited about buying those houses. So I think it's really important that we do what we can and we look around and lend a hand for everybody. And again, as a coach and as a mentor to many in the industry, I've tried to remember to guide my people back through charitable giving, to being part, for rolling up your sleeves and doing the work, and being somebody that doesn't talk a great game, but somebody goes out there and actually does the work and execute the plan. And I think that's what I feel best about our industry this year. Again, there's a lot of people that could really look at it and complain and really be disappointed. And yes, there have been thousands of layoffs in the mortgage industry, and I get all that. But many of us are still here, you know, to the hundreds of thousands of people still taking part in our industry, helping those millions of customers, you know, buy houses and to deal with our past relationships and having those conversations. It's really important that we take the time, that as we're wrapping up the year, that we honor people not only with physical presence and gifts, but our personal presence and our gifts, because a lot of times a kind word, a helping hand goes further than somebody writing out a check, or, you know, it is a big deal. So just take a few minutes this week. And again, I know there's a lot going on, but if you can reach out and be nice to somebody, if you can reach out and do something to make somebody's day, we've got a couple of weeks left before the end of the year. And imagine if each one of us just decided to, between now and then, at least one time a day, we were going to acknowledge another human being, do something nice for another human being, maybe not even doing something that we'd have to stand there and take credit for, but to do something that will put a smile on somebody's face and make them feel wanted and welcome and wonderful about this holiday season. So as always, if you have any questions, it's Mike at IMT Coaching. We'll talk to you again real soon. Take care.